There's a man named Ron Cleveland, you know he's the real deal, real deal. Out in the wild, casting lines where the water meets the reel. He's got a heart full of fire and hands that build with pride. In his garage late at night, where the dreams come alive. Ooh, dreams come alive. Oh yeah, yeah. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron's Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Ron's the kind of guy who'll light up a grill with a sizzle and a laugh, got that backyard thrill. He's out there on the weekends, pitching up the tent, living life his own way, every single cent well spent. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron's Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. The garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron's Stream, where the good times always fit. Oh, sit back and enjoy the round chair, pour a drink and let's sit a while. Ron Cleveland's live, bringing country style, with friends in the mix and the grill in between. This is Ron Cleveland's world, where life is serene. Trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. The garage to the river, with friends by his side. Tune in and join Ron, it's a hell of a ride. He's fishing, camping, grilling with a smile on his face. Worked his way through hell just to find his place. A loving husband and a man who never quits. Welcome to Ron's Stream, where the good times always fit. Enjoy the show. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. Through the storms and the trials, he stood his ground. Now he's out in the wild, where peace can be found. From the garage.
Found.
Oh hey, says you're back.
I'm back. Back again. Tell your friends. Come on in. Can't catch a fish. I've marked a few. My holes are freezing solid. I don't want to re-drill, because I've only got about an hour and a half that I can be out here. 2 hours. Tops.
It's so fucking cold out, man.
I wouldn't know. Sitting in a heated box. Living in a box. In a heated box. I'm living in a box.
Ruger wife says welcome back.
What? I never left.
Big Daddy says the weather for Ron is clear. Temperature minus 15F, minus 26C. Wind speed 16 miles per hour direction. NW humidity 63%. Feels like minus 38F, minus 39C. Sheesh.
Shit. Yeah, tomorrow I think you're going to put the big 10-inch on and widen these holes out a little bit. Been nice because you'll I'm going to drop this down here a little bit. Lift it up, I mean. That Sacramento keeps confusing me. Had a couple of little bites today, but nothing serious.
You kind of look like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Huh. Maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of looks like me. You ever think of that?
OG says so, with my most recent COVID pneumonia illness. I lost 15 pounds and I am now under 220 pounds.
Damn. Just withering away.
Yup.
here stuck and can't move. I'm just going to have to fish this spot. Life is but a dream. Ding dong, but ding ling ling. Miss Maggie sent us some old spaghetti
I
tonight.
figure at the rate I have been getting sick this year, by the end of winter, I should be under 200.
Damn.
Budgiebird says much love, Og. Hope you are doing better.
Budgie Bird, good to see you. Got that old VIP status. The VIP status. Welcome to the VIP club. OG over here trying to get on the old COVID weight loss plan. That's what he doing. So tomorrow, I get to drive a guy to the farm. And
OG says Mickey has me on some lactoferrin. She says it will help.
I don't even know what the hell it
Wife
is.
asks, never did ask you. Doc, did you try that summer sausage and sticks? And if so, what did y'all think?
They're really good because there's nothing left. Hell, the sticks didn't even make it past the first night. LMA killed the deers, and I got to partake in the eating of it. Ha! And nope, didn't share it with nobody.
Lol.
OG says lactoferrin is basically the good stuff you get out of the milk that gets a newborn baby healthy.
Hmm.
Barrican says welcome back.
I never left. Why does everybody say welcome back? I never left. I've been here the whole time. Why y'all say that? I've been here the whole time. Where you been? Where the hell you been? Huh? Answer me!
OG says you didn't leave, but you kicked us out.
Hey,
Your wife says you shut us off to take a nappy nap.
I didn't take a nap, but listen, it's closing time. You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here. Doesn't mean I'm leaving. Y'all will respect my authority.
Bungee says much love at American.
As y'all can notice up there,
Fish House Nate says good evening.
good evening.
American says fuck me. Got my 2025 taxes. Went up another $600.
I wish that's all mine went up. I'll trade you.
Damn land taxes.
I think it's funny the government can charge you taxes, and then when you tell them to bring their checkbook, they never show up.
Fish House Nate says I'll sell you a Jenny.
No, I want to get the 2-year warranty on one. I got to go with 3,000 watts or bigger.
O Hayes asks, you excited for tax season, Ron?
No.
Fish House Nate says I have a 3500.
Why? The one you're using for your fish house? What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do then? Did it slide over that? No. Just one of them days.
I don't KNW. I've had problem with it dying. I let it sit for hour, then run fine for 24 hours.
Couldn't find anything online about that. I know there's a couple of little hacks that people got to do to them. We just found an extension tank set up for Jason's, so he'll only have to fill it up at least once a day. My problem is my power inverter goes bad. My Honda struggles to run everything in here. my
I
fish.
always gotta go back to my Yamaha. My trusty one never let me done.
This hole is packed solid, and yet it's still freezing. It's damn cold out. I'm definitely gonna have to start running a 10-inch hole, because I've got about a 6-inch hole now. I've got plenty of air circulation, heat running around in here. We know that. I got 4 fans running in here.
Bo Hayes asks, you ever ice fish the Minnesota?
No. River bodies I don't fish a lot of unless I know somebody who fishes it quite a bit, and I go down there with them.
Fish House Nate says, I've had my Yamaha for 13 years, clean carb on 2, never let me down. Budgie Bird says, has your temp gone up much today, Ron? This severe cold in the U.S. is historic. Just saying.
Oh no, it's been way colder than this. It's been colder than this. Around here anyways. I wonder what my forecast is though. It's negative 20 now. So it feels like a negative 40. Well, that's about, yeah, that's about as cold as she gets around here. Tomorrow's supposed to be 9 degrees with a low of 7. Then Wednesday we're at 24 with negative 5. Thursday we're at 8 with negative 5. 22 and 19, 21 and 6, 19 and 8. Yeah, so it's about that right, freezing the hole shut. I should go grab the auger and put it in here so it warms up so I can change the bit out, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go to a 10-inch hole. Might catch my wall mounter, and then all of a sudden I can't get it out this little hole. You just never know. Oh, I never hit negative 5 out here. The warmest it got was negative 7 here without the wind chill. That was the absolute warmest it got here. And it could cut holes tonight, just being the fact that fish are biting.
Barbara F. asks, a 4-inch bluegill is a wall mount now?
Well, yeah. Wait, you jelly, bro? Are you jelly? You should be. Are definitely eating more propane than it was expected. I like my 8-inch bit because it augs right through this stuff real quick. With a 10-inch, I gotta fight it. It's a lot of torque to put on that drill. When they freeze it like this, I like bigger holes. There's nothing you can do about it.
Hayes asks your 8-inch what?
Auger bit. Oh shit, I made coffee. Forgot all about it. Ha! There you go, smart guy. That blanket has made a world of difference. Hi. Hello. How are you? Howdy. I'm gonna have to go outside and take a pee. And then, of course, I caught my line. That's a bad thing about fishing this hole and walking around. But I got an idea. I just remembered something here. See this? These are rod holders. If I were to stick my rod in the hole, I'd probably be less likely to catch it. See the bead? Alright, let me go out and grab that stuff. Oh, it's in here. I can get it changed out. Maybe I'll just stick with the 8. Ooh-wee. Door's a little frosty. Turn on an outside light. Yep. It's a little frosty out there. A little frosty. Even the old ice auger's like, dude, that's cold. But get some coffee in me. Hi. Hi. Hello? Hi? Anybody in there? McFly? McFly, answer me. McFly, hello?
Sniping Barber F says go drink your coffee.
Quit telling me what to do. You're not the boss of me. I already got a wife. I don't need a second one.
Big Daddy yells Lazard just subscribed 34 months in a row.
My boy in the house? So I think I have plenty of fine china. China. And the thunder rolls. Ding, ding, ding. And the thunder rolls. We need a spoon. Yes, I went digging through all my fine china sets and found out I have way more than enough. I think I have plenty. It's amazing what happens when you do a little organization. Instead of just throwing everything in here.
Sniping Barber F says lol.
Today we made microwave meals on the old pizza pizzazz, and Miss Maggie, doing as she always does, fed me today. I don't know how I got that blessed. That woman could cook, and she cooks damn good. And I've been blessed for the last 10 years to be a partaker, and my wife is making a minestrone hot dish. And maybe, just maybe, Jason's going to let me know. So Friday I have off of work. Friday morning, may like just lift this old girl up. He's got a heated shop. We're going to cut the jacks off and go to the old Hobo Freight, get new ones for it, put them on. I'll just leave the hand cranks on, see if maybe that'll change the outcome. It's going to suck hand cranking it, but if it gets me through the winter, I'm good. Because Matt's got some hydraulic cylinders. Eventually what's going to happen is, because Matt cut me a really good deal on this fish house, eventually what's going to happen is this is going to go back to his family. He's got 3 boys. They all like to fish, you know, and when I'm done with it, and you know, my next step is buying a new one, or building one from scratch all the way, which isn't going to happen. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know. You know, if the economy gets really good and things start happening, you know, sky's the limit. So, but that is my intention, is to turn this back over to his boys, done, complete, and ready to rock and roll. They'll be able to camp out in it, hang out in it, do whatever. So, if you guys weren't here this morning, the reason I didn't stream yesterday was the jack, my brand new 5,000 pound jack on this side of the fish house, decided to give up the ghost yesterday. So we have decided that I have some scissor jacks that I got from for the other fish house that Jim Mowdy got for us, and I got asked why I don't use those, and it's because those, if they twist, they break. They're just stabilizer jacks. One of them is heavy enough to pick up this entire fish house. The problem is putting it off at an angle, I take a potential of bending them, because they're scissor style. And I had bent a lot of them dudes in my life. So, the easiest solution for right now is put another set of 5,000 pound jacks that are on here. Get to hand cranking them. It is what it is. And yeah. Low-key fishing was happening. Hey, Loki, I sent somebody your way the other day. Yeah. Somebody will be reaching out to you about something. Just let you know. Let you know. Maybe they already did. Oh, that's a good thing. I gave you a great recommendation. I like your style. Well, it's a good thing I brought this in, because my dumb self had the auger bit up too high and the water all ran down on the battery port. So we'll let that thaw out, so I can maybe re-drill some of these holes. Thought by having a big old sucker minnow down there all day, she'd attract something in. Sucker minnows are really good at that. They kind of imitate perch hiding out, or panfish hiding out. You put a bigger sucker minnow down there, and it imitates other fish trying to hide out and away from everything else, which tends to draw bigger fish. Unfortunately, right now it's not drawing anything. It hasn't all day.
Big Daddy yells about just
Hey, hey! Here. How's the fishing up there? Heard it's hit or miss. Some guys are going up there and they're getting on it pretty good, and some guys aren't getting shit.
Slow.
I was so frustrated yesterday. I was ready to sell everything. I called Barrick and I'm like, I'm about ready to sell everything and do like my buddies are doing, saving their money and going up to like Lake of the Woods once a month. Literally, they sold all their fishing stuff except their tackle and their rods.
One jumbo perch, 118-inch walleye.
Yeah. My buddy sold his fish house.
O'Hays says Herd Eagle Lake is hot.
If you trust to go out there, sure. That sumbitch was just open not too long ago. She didn't freeze over real well. She's having some issues. I should put the keep debating on whether I should put the 10-inch bit on or not. My gut keeps telling me no. I think it's because I want to go get one of. So, if you guys have seen Strike Master, the light flights, they came out with the Patriot bit. You know me, I got this thing about the old Patriot stuff. Let him take it. Let him eat it. That's a big binner. I'll let him eat that for a while. That's a big minnow. Hopefully he didn't spit it right away.
Sniping Barber F says help.
Yeah. So I'm going to go to the drill bit light flight because I want that Patriot bit. So I got to get used to having an 8-inch hole all the time because they come in 8. I don't like that leaning up against there. I'll lean it over here for now. Come on. Don't tell me you spit it out already. You spit it.
Big Daddy yells sniping Barber F. Just give the Dirty Fishing a subscription. Sniping Barber F says it's either broken or your sub ran out. Dog wall.
Yeah, it's the Mr. Heater one. I need a shout out for Low-Key Fishing, and Point Blank, please. Point Blank was out fishing.
Low-Key Fishing says it's Sniping Barber F bro. Thank you. It's sub-only TTS. I'm such a noob. That's a great idea.
Had to because the trolls were just getting bad in here.
Sniping Barber F says lol.
I'm gonna put a second mover on here. This old dude's getting rammy. I got a cure for that rammy, dude. I don't mind you getting rammy, but don't be setting off the old rattle reel. I got a cure for that. We just-
Loki Fishing says thanks fellas.
You wouldn't ram me like this all day, and now all of a sudden you want to get rammy like that.
Okay, now I can ask again. Is that the Mr. Heater one?
Yes. I use them both, either Mr. Heater or Dynaglow. Whatever's available. I've had good luck with both of them.
Cool, thanks.
Make sure you get the one that's got the numbers on the knob, because that's the one that's got the thermostat control to shut off.
I like that you can get it off the floor.
Well, when you're doing shacks and stuff, you kind of want, that's why like the forced air furnaces and stuff in these fish houses are on the floor. You kind of want your heat source, because heat rises, so the closer to the floor you can get it, the better. That was a big old crack.
I recommended it for Tom and Lala's bus because it can be mounted for road trips.
Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you this. This thing is going, in a bus, this thing is going to create a ton of moisture. A ton. They're great heaters, but they create I would recommend an Empire heater. You can get a vented heater. These are ventless. Get an Empire ventless heater.
Barber F asks at Loki Fishing, does it cook seafood?
Yeah, I would very much so recommend like an Empire heater where
Loki
it's vented.
Fishing says it's sniping Barber F.
Because when you run a ventless like this, it puts so much more. I have to have 5 fans going here to keep the moisture out the windows and you know, keep excess moisture from building up in here to try and move air around. So, yeah, I would not recommend this for a bus. A vented one I would, but not a ventless. The Empires are much more expensive, but they're well worth the money.
They are using a diesel heater now, but keeping it outside the bus.
Bad idea. You can keep the fuel outside the bus.
Loki says, do you have carbon monoxide detectors? Are you just big dicking it?
Yes, I have a carbon monoxide tester for Nancy's like you who have to ask.
Loki Fishing says, and also big dicking it. Oh Hayes says, haha.
I've never heard of so much, carbon monoxide tester. Hey, not the fact that you're fishing in the middle of a frozen lake, but let's worry about carbon monoxide testers. Not that the fact that you're sitting over 22 feet of water encapsulated in a box. Oh, you got a carbon monoxide tester in there, hey. Hey, you got a carbon monoxide detector?
Loki Fishing says it helps you sleep. Sniping Barber F says lol.
I mean, think of the monotony of it. I'm driving out in the middle of a frozen lake, and they're worried about and the ice is cracking all around me, and we're worried about, you got a carbon monoxide tester? Every year I go through that. Every year. Got a carbon monoxide tester?
Oh Hayes says it's better to die from drowning than carbon monoxide.
Bullshit. Carbon monoxide just puts you to sleep and you don't wake up. Drowning, you gotta suffer a
I
cold.
get my news from CNN.
Well, that would figure. Let me guess, your favorite show is The View? Never understood that.
Sniping Barber F says lol. Oh Hayes asks, how did you know?
I mean, think about it. I'm in the middle of a frozen lake. I have an open fire in front of me, and this is what we're worried about. Got a carbon monoxide detector? Hey! You got a carbon monoxide detector? Every year. It never fails.
Loki Fishing says I found a cheap dentist. He swears by carbon monoxide. Sounds legit.
Most heaters nowadays.
Sniping Barber F asks, so Chad needs to buy you a carbon monoxide detector?
I already have one. I just don't put batteries in it. Because I don't want to listen to this stupid thing. It goes beep when it does its little test beep. I don't want to listen to it. Fuck that. I have a window open. I have open holes in the floor. This fish house leaks like a sieve. I'm not really too worried about having a carbon monoxide tester. Screen's effing up. Alright, Starlink, straighten your shit out. Or Twitch or whoever's responsible. Straighten it up. Straighten it up. Every year I've been fishing on Twitch. That is probably the number one question. First one, it's usually all the guys that know about ice fishing. Yeah. For duck's sakes, you know it. Uh-huh.
Loki Fishing says your fish counter looks like mine.
Yeah. It's a nice fish counter. Now if I could only add fish to it. But they seem to be eluding me. Wait for the auger to thaw out a little bit. I'm going to repunch this hole. I'm going to repunch both these holes.
The zero, not the rest.
I know a guy that might let you run the rest. It's pretty cool, actually. I don't know half the commands for it. I think it's like exclamation point, recent fish or last fish.
O'Hays says make sure you also have a life jacket.
Why? Why would I do that? I think for the sake of conserving heat tonight, the fishing's horrible. No, it's not safe. I'm sitting in the middle of a frozen lake. Hell no, it's not safe. There's no such thing as safe ice. Me and thousands of other people in the northern territories of the United States are just a special kind of stupid. We like fishing, and this is how we fish in the winter. We come out in the middle of a frozen lake, we drive about 10, 15, 20,000 pounds out in the middle of a frozen lake, and say, hey, we're here. I know what I forgot to do. It's too late to do it. I'll have to do it tomorrow.
Loki Fishing says it'll float. It's fine.
I forgot to do the Lake Nunya donut. That's where I fucked up. I forgot to do the donut when I came up back out on the lake. Damn it. Now I gotta wait till tomorrow. I'm not catching a fish tonight. Can't believe I did that. Stupid. Idiot.
O'Hays says, do you miss the van?
No. Nope. I'll pick up the truck next Friday. But that's just a work meter. That's all that's for. And then the expedition will be retired to just fishing.
Wait, what truck you end up getting?
You're asking entirely too many questions. Too many questions. It's my sneak around ride so people don't know where I'm at. Right now everybody knows the expedition. So it's my sneak around ride. hideout ride. I haven't plugged the generator in all today, and we're still at 94% battery life.
You just don't want people to know you bought a Chevy.
I've had plenty of Chevys. I have lots of everything. I just prefer Fords. I've had lots of Mopars. I've had Toyotas, Nissans, Mazdas. I've had a little bit of everything. But half-ass garage is getting rid of some trucks, and I needed a work beater with a heater, and got a deal worked out with them. I buy this truck or get this truck, and then when I go to get rid of it, I gotta sell it back to them for what I paid for it, and then any upgrades that I make to it, they'll make it up on the back end. And I mean, truthfully, it's like I work with a lot of my friends, man. We barter things around.
Still in the plans?
No. Nope. I looked at the King Ranches. Not really a fan. Probably going to be an XLT F-150. I really just don't like leather seats. And the King Ranch, in order to get the, I think the King Ranch, you have to get the Lariat, you can get the 5.0 in it, but the King Ranch, in order to get the tow set up in it, it's stupid because they put all the tow haul package stuff on the V6 and not the V8. Unless you go down to an XLT. And there's not too many features that I'm looking for in specific. I mean, I have the plow prep package on it, so I can put a snow plow on it. And then it'll get a topper, and then one of those truck bed kit things where it's the drawers in it, so that way when it's pretty much going to be my all-around vehicle. So I was originally going to get an 8-foot bed truck, but it's like I really don't need an 8-foot bed. A 6.5-foot bed will fit all my fishing rods and all that stuff. I just got to put them in there at an angle, which is fine. But I don't very much so need a crew cab, but every once in a while it comes in handy.
Big Daddy yells at Mickey Monster.
Hey! Oh shit, we're going in.
American says yup yup.
And honestly,
Geez, little monster says hello.
hey Mickey. Yeah, I've just The used truck market is getting really tough to buy a decent truck at a decent price. Half-ass Garage went all the way through this truck. They went through the brakes on it. They checked everything out. They've gone through it from front to back, and that's why I'm buying it from them. I trust these guys. They've done a lot of work for me, and I'm just at the point with the Expedition, I don't trust it. I've thrown money at this thing left and right non-stop. And it just, like the other day, it almost didn't want to start being out here. And I've put a new alternator in it. I put the top-of-the-line battery in it. It's got 1,100 cold cranking amps, and it's just,
Okay,
I don't want to start.
I got a high country I could sell y'all for a pretty good deal. 2018.
Nah. I buy a brand new truck, it's going to last me a long time. I mean, the frame will pretty much rot out of it before I get rid of it. Oh. What I might do is put the covers on top of this, let it freeze in for the night, and then I think I'm going to run the generator on it overnight. I think the batteries will handle it, but I'd rather not take the chance. I've worked the piss out of them today, so that's why I want a good cold start generator. That way I don't have to keep it in here all the time. I can just leave it out there and then go start it when I need it. I kind of was thinking about it too. I might just get the money up and put an Empire heater in here. I like them Empire heaters, like the one Rotax has got, and then we had one in our rental house last year at Lake of the Woods, and that thing worked perfect. They're like this. They don't require any power. They're thermostat controlled. So it's almost kind of like a no-brainer. It's radiant heat. It works nice. I like them.
Jim Maui says I didn't mention my dad is about to sell his truck.
You did.
$20 20K miles.
The problem is used trucks are fetching just as much money as a brand new truck, and I don't understand that. I don't understand that one bit. That truck will catch a pretty penny right now. I just kind of want a one and done vehicle. And that, I don't think your dad's truck probably has the plow prep package on it. So I found this out.
Loki Fishing says these used cars aren't depreciating right.
No, it's people are still thinking they're getting COVID money. Like, I've been watching this OBS 4 truck that I would be very happy with. Told the guy I'd give him $5,000 for it. I would be very happy with this truck. I could add a few accessories that I want, and I would be very happy with it. This guy thinks it's worth 10 grand no matter what, and I'm just like, dude, I'll give you 5. And I'm not, and he messages me out of the blue. I think he messaged me once. He's like, well, I'll take $7,500. I said, no, 5 is my top dollar. And it has a ton of miles on it.
Exactly. The supply for new isn't a problem anymore, but folks are still asking crazy money for used.
Yeah, so at this rate, I might as well go in and buy a brand new one, get the lifetime powertrain warranty, get the 10-year, 100,000 bumper to bumper on it, call it good. Because the amount of miles I put on nowadays, I'll run the timeline out on that truck before I do anything else.
Matt DA9 says depreciable assets.
Yeah. I like old trucks, and I always have, and my wife and I were talking about it, but there are some creature comforts in a new truck that I really like. Like, Dash Life has a Maverick, and he can remote start that shit from his phone anywhere.
A car loses about 10% of its value, on average, as soon as it's driven off the lot.
Yeah, well, and that's always been the thing. They used to tell you as soon as you signed the papers, you lost $700. But the dealers want you to keep bringing in used stuff because the used car market's way heavier.
Loki Fishing says I like something I can work on. I checked out the new Tundra but found out I can't work on the thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, those Tundras don't really have a whole lot of issues. The problem is there's certain things that, like one, Tundras are way higher than everybody else's half tons.
Dash says I can set off the alarm from Texas when the wife is sitting next to it in my garage also. She don't like that. Matt DA9 says I want buy another new truck, glad the payment gone. I do like the newer stuff. I got the remote start via phone. You are right about the used market dealer hounding to buy my truck.
Well, that's the thing is it's like, I got a guy that I work with. He doesn't hardly ever drive his new truck because he only has to pay like $5,000 to buy a new one, brand new one every couple of years. And it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like not sleeping with your wife because you want to keep it in good shape for the next guy. Doesn't make sense to me at all. I buy a truck, I plan to drive it. I don't want a secondary vehicle. Like I had a neighbor who would buy these trucks. Yeah, it is crazy. I had a neighbor, and here's the thing. You can get a loaded out 3/4 ton for the same price as a loaded out half ton. How crazy is that? But my neighbor used to have a decent truck. It would have more issues for him because he would let it sit, because to drive the 8 miles to work and the 8 miles home, or 10 miles, whatever it was, he said he was saving gas in the car. I'm like, yeah, but you're throwing way more parts.
Crazy.
I'm like, you're throwing way more parts at the truck because the truck just sits. And you only take it out when you need it to pull your trailer. That doesn't make sense to me. So, I've never understood that logic either. It's one thing like when I got buddies who do construction and things like that, and they've got to drive an hour to the job site or 2 hours to the job site, and they get paid very good money to do so. I get that. Truck at home for driving around at home, got a work car. I understand that 100%.
A bit unpractical.
But for anything, I would say anything under a 30-mile drive, it doesn't make sense. You're going to pay more in insurance on that second vehicle and maintenance than what it would have cost what you're saving in fuel. I wanted a Tacoma. I wanted a Tacoma in the worst way, but the problem is they don't have, in order to get a crew cab, you can't get a 6-foot box with them. We looked at one. It was that crazy ass green color they got too. And I was just like, yep, I need that.
Loki Fishing says I-Force Tundra starts at 58K. Just crazy.
Yeah, well, what do you do? You know, how many crap trucks are you going to buy and, you know, and have to keep working on them and working on them? I mean, the Expedition, okay, I'm into that thing for 3 times what it's worth. That truck on a good day will fetch $3,000. I'm into that for more than that for just the motor. Put a transfer case in it, had, you know, that's the thing, is it's like, yeah, I can keep throwing money at it. It needs a $700 sending unit right now, and it needs about another $700 thrown at the dashboard, and probably somewhere close to $2,000 to figure out what the wiring issue is with it.
Love my 4Runner.
Toyotas are great vehicles, but they have the, if you just want just a driver, Toyotas are great.
Just can't tow shit.
You know, where the half-ton Ford has got a 12,500 pound towing capacity.
Matt DA9 says I ended up leasing my Ram in 2018 for 3 years when they were $210 a month. Basically stole and ended up just buying out the lease. Loki Fishing says my tow is 5K max.
My wife's Subaru does that. If you just need a driver and you're going to pull the boat to the lake once in a while, or you know you're going to go out and you got a smaller camper or a smaller fish house or something like that, I would tell you to Toyota all day long. Problem is every once in a while I'm hooked to a car trailer. I want to run a snowplow, and those are just things you don't do on a Toyota. You know.
Matt DA9 says yeah, Subaru's tanked.
The towing capacity of my wife's Subaru is 5,000 pounds. The others, yeah.
Fishing says it tows my 19-foot boat, but that's it.
No, I'm a Whopper guy. Goated, what's happening?
Big Daddy yells Retro's Chop Shop. Just subscribe.
Retro!
6 in a row.
That's my dude.
Retro yells, "What up, brethren?"
Just hanging out, man. There's a possibility I might be able to fix the fish house on Friday. We'll see.
Fishing says Whopper, not tomato.
Amen to that. Whopper, no tomato. I don't know what it is. I love tomatoes. I will eat tomatoes like apples. Put a little salt on them. I'm good.
Retro says at Madden 9.
I will eat me a tomato. But there is something about Burger King tomatoes that I cannot stand. I don't know what it is. It's like they run the things through a dishwasher, and all you taste is
Whopper, no tomato, no onion.
Oh, I like the onions. I like the onions. Closest Wendy's to us is about 62 miles, and
Loki
it sucks.
Fishing says, "Get that fruit off my Whopper." Matt DA9 says, "Made 2 pans of chicken enchiladas for dinner."
Nice. I've kind of been fat kidding up today. I had 2 microwave meals, and then Matt and Maggie brought me some a little bowl of spaghetti, and then my wife is making minestrone hot dish as we speak. So about 8:30, I'm going to close this down, get the old generator fired up and running, and then I'm going to head home. I got to work early tomorrow morning.
Retro asks, "What kind of hot dish?"
Minestrone.
Pepperoni.
No, minestrone.
Matt DA9 says, "Very nice."
I've got a fish counter right up here. So you can always, anytime you come into my stream, you can see the fish counter, which I have nothing. My fish house
Retro
broke
says,
yesterday.
"Okay."
And I am out ice fishing.
Ruger wife says there is a fish counter in the upper right corner, peeps.
We've just been on a very, very bad run lately. For whatever reason, they just are not in their normal spots. I got 2 of the best guys I know for ice fishing with me, and
Matt DA9 says it comes with the sport.
they're just not. Well, I would normally be on this lake this early. That's the thing.
Loki Fishing asks, "Any marks? Or just not eating?"
No,
Matt DA9
I had
says
one.
at La Bergerie he will break its neck. Dash says at Ruger wife, "Good evening, OAF."
I had one that took the rattle reel, but he just grabbed the tail. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, it's going to be an F-150 for me. I'll probably drive about 60 miles to go get it because their customer service over there is very good. If you buy a truck, they give you a truck as a loaner if you have any issues or if you're getting work done or accessories added onto it. No, I'm too deep. The vibration doesn't carry that far. I'm in 21 feet of water, plus there's about 18 inches of ice on top of it. So, no, they don't hear me speaking.
At Ruger Wife, I've been for a bit. Retro says at DJ Killick growing up I was always told to be quiet, they can hear lulls. Dash says at La Bergerie, get in line. Barrican says at Retro's Chop Shop, that's cause your dad didn't want to hear your yap. Matt DA9 says it'd love to go out, we are partially frozen over, but the National Weather Service office in Cleveland says it will be at least 50% to 90% frozen over by next week. Retro says
Nice.
at Barrican I ain't seen my pops in 30 years. Some bitch. Worthless or was. I doubt he is on this heath anymore. Bird. Matt DA9 says you and I both at Retro's Chop Shop.
Well, my dad chose to be an alcoholic, so he's still around. I just got no time for him.
Retro says we need a redneck TTS dag nabbit.
Well, build one. I'll use it.
Want me to use a Ford engine?
I'd like more power out of my Expedition. You know, as common as the first gen 5.4 was, why didn't they ever make any serious power adders for it?
Matt DA9 says that Retro's Chop Shop Yakode something up Mr. Terminal Junkie.
I was just kind of wondering why they never got into making any power. I mean, the 4.6 and the 5.4 blocks are almost the same. The heads are almost the same. I mean, I just never understood why they never made any power
Retro
adders.
says cylinder head design can't withstand lots of heat.
No, but like the 4.6, they got aftermarket heads for them. The lower ends will handle 1,000 horse. I don't want a lot. It would just be nice to have more power for towing and hauling. Other than that, I don't mind driving the truck. Other than the fact that it gives me fits all the time.
Ford just didn't see it necessary, I reckon, brother.
And then the Expedition, because Ford decided to put a 4-link rear end system in the back of this thing, there's absolutely nothing in the way of aftermarket accessories for it. I got airbags in the back of mine, but you know, I could do like a 2.5 or 3-inch lift in the front with the airbags, and it'll clear 35s, but I don't need 35s on it. probably load this thing up Thursday night, get it hooked up to the truck, so Friday morning I can get the jacks cut off of it right away, bring it over to the old Hobo Freight. Get 2 brand new ones because I bought the 2-year replacement, no questions asked deal on them.
I haven't forgot about our package at Ron Cleveland.
I know you already said it.
Trying to get my shit together.
You're good, brother. You said that on stream. I'm not worried about it, brother. I am not worried about it at all. Just be easy, man. Don't sweat me. I'm horrible about getting. If my wife doesn't take care of packages, I am horrible about getting them out. You got nothing to worry about on this end. I know you are a man of your word, and I'm not worried about it. You're sweating it harder than I am.
Our post office closes at 20 degrees LMFAO.
Ours closes at 11:30 in the morning, and it doesn't open until 7. So, I'm just debating if I take the chance to let it sit on the battery bank all night, because it won't have any power draw, because the only thing will be running are these 2 ceiling fans. Because I'll shut everything off.
Ruger wife says, speaking of, I think you still owe me some bracelets or something there, Mr. Ron.
Well, I mean, somebody burned off out of here right away the one morning I was going to go get everything. So, yeah. This means you're going to have to come out fishing again. That's all there is to it. I got a whole bunch of stuff for you.
Retro yells at Matt DA9 when you doing OL Bud.
Ruger wife says, lol. It was afternoon when we left there, dear.
It was not afternoon. You're crazier than Cootie Brown. You may not have got home until the afternoon because the roads were shit.
Says at Retro's Chop Shop NM getting shit ready for early morning work trip tomorrow. Just got done eating chicken enchiladas.
Ruger wife says, and let me tell you, it was a slippery ride.
Yeah, I can't believe you.
And I was white knuckled.
I couldn't believe y'all drove that shit home. I just left it out here.
Retro yells at Matt DA9, nice brother, I am about to eat chicken tacos.
I'm going to have to go out and start the truck in a little bit. It's going to take a while for that one to get warmed up. And I think I'm just going to run the generator out there tonight, let it run, let it buck, because I don't want to keep dragging the Starlink in and out. I'd rather just let it keep running the heater.
Ruger wife says, was a wee bit windier than we thought.
Well, I mean, yeah, the roads were icier than shit. I could have been camped out in that fish house. I wouldn't have broke the jack on mine. I'd have been camped out in yours. Wouldn't have been the first time. So Ruger's left their.
Matt DA9 says, what type of generator you running?
I'm running a Honda 2000, And the problem with the Hondas is they don't like to cold start. And that's why we have the Predator 3500 watt up there. Exclamation point FH. Exclamation point FH. That gives you all your stuff.
I love my Predator 6500.
Yeah, the Predator 3500s are really good for cold starting, and I know tons of people that have them. They swear by them, and I'm there.
Runs my whole home minus the 220 things.
Yeah, I've got a big generator for that shit. I got a 6500 watt piss your neighbors off generator for that. But that thing eats fuel like crazy. You guys would not want me streaming with that thing.
Retro says I want to build a perpetual spring motor using a 5.3 LS block and a 20 kW generator.
Damn.
Matt DA9 says very nice.
Well, time to go out and start the old expedition. Go out and give her the beans. I don't know why every time this truck gets cold, you start it up and it surges forward a little bit. It rocks on the parking pin. I've had everything serviced in it. It's got all Schaefer synthetic fluids in it.
Loki Fishing says
Roddy, what's
unpopular
happening?
opinion, but my Generac has been good to me.
I know lots of guys that run Generac, but the thing is like the Predators, I can go get a 2-year free replacement warranty on it. And if I have any problems in 2 years, I just bring it in and go get a new one.
Retro says trans fluid is cold AF and thick. Creates high line pressure in the pump. Totally normal.
Yeah, but it never used to do that. It just started doing it this year. It never used to do that. And that thing has been out at some pretty frigid temperatures. See, there's nothing wrong with my Honda. My Honda works phenomenal. I just hate the fact that you can't cold weather start it. That's what I hate. Like, I have to keep it in the fish house to keep it warm, so it's in my way all the time.
It will become more and more obvious.
Yeah, I guess it's the first vehicle I've ever had do it, so it was kind of new to me. That's my big thing. There's nothing wrong with my Honda. My Honda works phenomenal. That thing.
40D transmission?
99. No, it is. I can't remember what it is. It's a 99 Expedition Eddie Bauer edition. I forgot what transmission's in it. It's got the specialty transfer case in it too. Believe me, I know. Out of the junkyard, it was $750 to buy the transfer case.
Okay, newer.
Yeah, it was $750 just to get the transfer case out of the junkyard for that thing. But it was a low mile transfer case, so.
DA9 says push button start on newest model Predators pretty fancy.
Yeah, the 3500s have had them since their inception. The Whisper generators. I know lots of guys that run in 3500s for ice fishing.
Retro says 4R70W.
That's what it was.
DA9 says I agree the Predator starts easy.
And like I said, it's just because it's got a really good track record around me. So that's what I'm going to go with. I want to get
I want to try the $160 solar kit next.
I've got the Renogy Rover kit, and it actually keeps up pretty good. I just don't.
Panel 100 watt.
Now, the one from Harbor Freight, don't do that. That thing is garbage. Don't do that. We tried that a couple of years ago. That thing is garbage. Like for $200, you can get the 100-watt Renogy Rover kit, which is what I run in here. Yeah, let me save you the heartache. That thing is garbage. Don't do it.
Retro says at Matt DA9 Temu MFER God.
If you go on Amazon, I have the Renogy Rover kit, and it keeps up very, very well. The problem is my fish house will draw more. I need to put two.
Says I remember you trying that.
Yeah, that thing was garbage. Absolute garbage.
Matt DA9 says the one in your FH.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think my wish list is under socials, Retro. Exclamation point socials. I don't like that my wish list is there, but it just makes it easier. Oh, I gotta go out and start the truck. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Harbor Freight solar panel, the 100-watt Harbor Freight solar panel. It's getting rave reviews. It keeps right up with the Renegys. It's getting rave reviews. The problem is that 100-watt folding panel kit that they got. I've tried it. We tried it 2 years ago. It was my second attempt trying that thing, and both times it was garbage. I would not recommend that at all.
Good now.
Oh, girl almost didn't start. Did you hear it out there just low cranking? That's the other thing that gets me about the 5.4 liter for the Fords. So the 5.4 liter is a minimum 1,000 cold cranking amp motor. Come on, y'all got about 15 minutes to produce something. But we're not even marking a single fish, and I've got an 8-foot cone out there. Boys better figure out. Go fire the old Honda up out there. I gotta go get a piece of foam board tomorrow too. See if we got one laying around work. Yeah, this hole's frozen solid. That's alright. We'll let them freeze up and re-drill. Just keep packing insulation in. Well, let's pray she'll just fire right off. She usually does. One or two pulls and she lets her have her. Time to waste some heat. The old Honda didn't want to start right off. Woohoo! She was like, hey, fuck you, bud. It's cold out here. Actually, I had to pull on her a bit. Leave her run wide open for a minute. And I'll go out and plug it into the house. Yeah, we were on Lake D's. We weren't having much luck out there though. Then before I pull off the lake, I gotta top it off with fuel and leave it run. I'm gonna cover the holes, let them freeze up again, and then re-drill them tomorrow. Haas, what's happening? Good to see you. Is waiting on that. What the hell?
Loki Fishing says that Barracan down south is on.
What the hell up and right there, but okay. Much as I don't want to call it quits, I still gotta go home and be ready for mañana. Somebody want to find a rate for me? Yeah, everything's even frozen.
Fishing be like that.
Yeah. I'm just not used to it in the wintertime. 1 or 2 days, yeah, but I've been on a pretty bad dry spell. Especially on the lakes I've been fishing.
Dash says, have a great night, everyone.
I don't even know if I got somebody to raid me out. I didn't figure out how to do it myself again. I got lucky the last time.
Barracan is on it.
Okay.
Loki Fishing says, same here, Ron. Skunked for a bit. Fish are deep and lazy here.
Well, we fish deep, we fish shallow, and just nothing. I mean, I've caught some dinkers, but I mean, outside of my first weekend out, or my second weekend out, there's been nothing. Have a good one, dude. Appreciate you. Pump some fresh water into them guys.
Matt DA9 asks, how much were the batteries?
$400 each on Temu. $400. And there's a big some tweezers.
You heading home?
Yeah.
Thanks for the infos.
Absolutely.
Loki Fishing says, thanks again at sniping Marmarat.
So I use a transfer pump that I got from Harbor Freight for $10 for changing up my mineral water. Runs on diesel batteries. Where did I put this whole cover at? There it is. There's one. Ah. These are the old ones you got to get them on there just right. Or you will break them.
As I found out.
We need to plug that in, that'll be good.
Ruger wife asks, we still looking for a target?
Yes, I don't know. I believe so.
Barrican says sure.
Because I gotta top the Jenny off. Fill.
Ruger wife says I got one.
OG says can always go to 30.
Ruger wife says ready when you are.
Go ahead and send it, please.
Barrican